This is episode 26 of Daily Flip. Thank you so much for watching. Actually, for those of you that subscribe to this channel and that watch it on a daily basis, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the comments, for interacting, for liking the videos. It means a lot when you like this video, when you subscribe, when you comment. It makes it to where more people on YouTube actually see this. So when you like it and leave a comment, the algorithm in YouTube makes it think more people are interested, and therefore it shares it with more people. So thank you guys so much for doing that. Actually, for those of you that are watching right now, I guess you'd say at the beginning of the video, I'm actually going to be recording episode 2 of the Car Flip Show podcast. I was supposed to do it today, didn't get around to it, so I'm going to be doing it tomorrow. I would love to answer one of your questions, especially those of you that watch this. I know we'll have probably 100 or so people that have watched it by the end of today, and I would love for one of you to ask the question for episode 2 of the Car Flip Show podcast. You might be thinking, wait a minute, there's a podcast? And technically there's not. We've actually not launched it, not released it. We've got all the equipment over here on my desk. I was looking for it, was up here a minute ago, but I just took it down because I didn't have time to record. Because I have someone on a test drive right now, which hopefully they don't come back in while I'm on the camera. It's a 2006 Mercury Mountaineer they're actually driving right now. But if you have a question, anything about car flipping, if it's gonna relate to the show, I would love to use your questions. So the more questions we get, if I can't use all of them, I would love to use them for 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll put them in the shows. If you're on YouTube, simply comment right below, to ask your question. If you're on Facebook, put your question below in the post, and I would love to see which question we can use for the upcoming show. Otherwise, today, let's see what we've had going on. I've got, like I said, the person on the test drive. If they walk up right now, it's gonna look a little strange with me walking around with my camera, but we'll deal with that, I guess. So she's driving. She came by this past Saturday, talked to my guy that works Saturday for me. She was interested. Her husband couldn't make it. The car was about out of gas, so she didn't drive it very far. So she came back today, went out on the interstate, which is, she's been gone longer than actually I thought she was gonna be, which is fine. So hopefully she's interested there. I had a guy make an offer on our 2006 Mercury Montego. Honestly, a little less than I wanted to get for it, but it's been sitting for a little while, so we'll see. It'd be about a $1,500 profit on that one, which is less than I like to make, but I'm not going to turn away $1,500 profit. So we've got a potential on that one. I've also got a strong potential sale for our 2009 Volkswagen Rutan. As some folks saw it on Facebook Marketplace. They came in today. There was a little bit of a language barrier between me and them. They had a translator. They were trying to get insurance numbers worked up, but they wanted it in their wife's name. And so they were trying to communicate with insurance and then get her information and get the numbers worked up. They couldn't do it today, so they're supposed to come back tomorrow. So we'll see how that works out. So my folks are pulling in right now on the Mercury Montego, not Montego, Mountaineer right behind me. You see that? So I'm gonna run inside. This is actually gonna be a little bit shorter of an episode anyway. So I am going to talk to her so I don't like a weirdo running around with this thing, if you can see it in the camera. I'll let you know how that goes. Then I'm gonna show you one thing in the back, a lift kit we're putting on, and then we'll wrap this episode up. So I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. Didn't sell a vehicle. They're definitely interested. The problem sometimes with having multiple vehicles, which I do because I have a car dealership, is that sometimes people can come looking at one vehicle and then get interested in another vehicle, which is what happened. They drove the Mountaineer. Actually, I'll show you. They're actually parked side by side, so sometimes people can get stuck between two vehicles. They drove this white Mountaineer here, and then when they got back, she said, oh, I didn't even see the Nissan Quest. Parked right beside her. They looked at that. She really liked it. She's not sure if she wants a minivan though, so we'll see. So basically, she's gonna talk to her husband tonight. Sometimes that indecisiveness can not work to your benefit, so you would think the more options the better. Sometimes people get stuck and then they don't make a decision at all. So I'll let you know, I guess, as that progresses. If we sell one, I'll let you know. The other two are very hopeful sales. The folks with the Volkswagen were like ready to do something today. They just couldn't get insurance squared away, so we'll see. We'll take you out here, show you what we got going on the Jeep. This is a Grand Cherokee. Not necessarily one that I would personally put a lift on, but this is more of a sentimental. This is actually a friend of mine that I go to church with. They were here in North Carolina. He got transferred out to California. He's in the military. This was, I believe, his wife's first car, or it was one of her first cars. And anyway, it's got a name. I mean, it's like very sentimental. He told her that she sold it, or he told her that he sold it. Surprised her, he didn't sell it, and he's having his lift kit put on. So we've got our springs coming in here. We've got the old spring that was pulled out that I don't know where it went. Anyway, spring will go here. This is a 4-inch lift, so I'm gonna be putting this in, if I can actually show the camera, this right here. These are the old shocks, I guess the stock shocks. We've got new shocks coming in here. We have a control arm relocation bracket, which I'll try to show you here. The lighting is horrible, so I don't even know what you're gonna be able to see, which I guess we can see pretty decent. This is the stock location where the control arm goes. This is the relocation bracket right here, so it mounts below. Lets this control arm have a little more travel. It's situated a little lower. Let's see. In the back, I'm gonna try to get my screen situated. These are the coils for the back right here. So we haven't even started, we just started. He only worked like less than an hour on the front. So we'll be going front and then it'll come to the back. We've got new shocks, springs. There's a sway bar relocation bracket. There's one control arm that has to be moved, I think, in the back, if I'm not mistaken. You know, my mechanic's doing this, not me. So he's just going through wheel by wheel and swapping everything over there. Otherwise, it's supposed to snow here tomorrow. Snow in the morning, maybe rain later. Our shop is not completely sealed. This is like a metal Quonset hut, I think is what they call it. So we get water that actually leaks in. So we're a little damp in here right now. Apparently, or supposedly, a tree fell on this. There was a tree out front. Years ago, a tornado came through, actually really close to downtown Raleigh, and took out a bunch of buildings, pulled the roofs off some, and a tree fell on this building. So I think up in the top, you can see some patches in places. This is actually up above, like a foam spray and insulation. So the front's insulated, the back's not. So I don't know if this was before or after, but anyway, it leaks. So the snow and the rain makes it a little damp. Luckily we have heat back there, so it stays a nice cozy 72 degrees, which is warmer than I would like it to be, but Rob, my mechanic, enjoys it to be warm. So otherwise, tomorrow, let's see, I'll be recording episode 2 of the podcast if everything goes according to plan, which I would love to answer your questions, so please send that and put it down below. Otherwise, in the morning, I'm teaching chapel for my son's school. So there's 2 chapels in the morning. My son's in 1st grade, so I've got elementary chapel, so it's K5 through 2nd grade and then 3rd grade through 6th grade, so I'll be doing that in the morning. I'll be in here around 10. Hopefully knock out a little bit on the carflip.com side, the podcast. Got a few things to take care of. The course is going to be relaunching here in just a little bit, so we've got some stuff to do on that. Hopefully we'll sell the Rutan, maybe the Mountaineer, we'll see. Our Jeep Liberty is really close. If you look really close, you can actually see, I won't walk over there, there's an extension cord running down the side of my building, right here. It's running into the Jeep. We had some water in there after we replaced the windshield because of our leak. We had some water leaking down, and so it's a little damp still, so I've got a dehumidifier in there sucking the water out of it. If you're ever having issues or find yourself drying out vehicles frequently, a dehumidifier will do wonders. So that's in there. Otherwise, I am going to IHOP. I was supposed to go to the gym tonight. This lady came to look at the car, kind of threw off my schedule. So in place of the gym, I'm doing IHOP. So that's gonna taste a lot better, but I really need to get back in the gym because it's been like 2 weeks. My schedule's been a little crazy. So hopefully, not tomorrow, Thursday, I'll be back in the gym, and maybe Friday morning for basketball. But I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. If you're watching this for the first time, thanks for watching. I would love for you to subscribe so you can actually see more stuff that's coming out in the near future. Otherwise, leave your question for the podcast below so I can pick one of those and answer it in tomorrow's podcast. There'll be more details to come about an actual launch date for that. We're recording some ahead of time, so we have a little bit in the queue. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode.